Hey guys, and welcome back to Tenerife, where Champions League knockout qualification is on the cards today. We're playing Lyon in the group stage for the second time. We beat them away from home, so fingers crossed, no surprises here. I'm wearing the scene shirt, might have been a mistake. We've also got to deal with our fellow Champions League Spanish side, Almeria, in the league later on as well. So, without further ado, so like I said, we beat Lyon at their place 2-0, which means now when they come to us, we've got 9 points on the books already. Dortmund have 6. What that means is, provided neither of us lose, Tenerife are through to the knockout rounds. That's the situation. We can actually lose to Lyon, but we have to lose to Lyon 1-0 or by a 1-goal margin at worst. And we'd be through, provided Dortmund don't lose themselves. If we both lose, there's still things up for grabs, but it's almost certainly fine either way. But provided neither of us lose, I'm qualified, no matter what. I think if we both win, then we're both through. The rest of the results have gone largely okay. Vigo beaten 1-0, Faisal with a goal there. Like I said, Lyon beaten Ravella and Edouard, both scoring in the first half. I thought it was going to be a bit more of a rout, the way that was setting up, but second half, unspectacular. Barcelona beat us. That was annoying. We didn't turn up. We beat Elche 5-0. Yep. Yes, that is Dejan Zukic with 2 goals. He's turned up. And he scored against Granada as well, just for good measure. As did Bruno Alves, the teenager. I played him for a bit of rotation purposes because he's not registered for the Champions League. He's getting better. He's 17. He's 5'6", but he's bloody good. I don't think there's anything else to get you caught up on. The only bit of news is Antov picked up a 3rd yellow card in the 3rd group stage match. Good job, Valentin. So he's suspended for this one. I mean, if you're going to serve a suspension, serve it now, in fairness, in the group stages, but well done, 3-3. Antov's suspension means I don't even have enough players to fill the bench because of Shaqiri's several-month injury, which I think I mentioned. I'm not fully certain. I probably mentioned it last time, but he's out for like 3 months. And there was one other minor piece of news. I put faces in for the youngsters. Faisal, by the way. Faisal impresses me every time I click on him. Yes, those physicals need to get better, but Jesus wept. For an 18-year-old, professional 18-year-old. One thing I'll say, check Egypt. Al Ahly have got another player, which I haven't signed, who could be really good as well, but I've missed the ability to sign him on a future thing, which means he's going to cost me actual money if I want to sign him. And it's another right back, which I don't really need. Nedalea started the match against Elche, got an 8.3, 1 goal, 1 assist. Honestly, I am tempted. When you compare them, Nedalea is worse in every respect except for teamwork and crossing. But he got 1 goal, 1 assist in the first time I've started him at right back. I can't do it. Obregon's on the yellow, so I kind of want to get that out of the way as well. So the lineup would be Merit, Lodi, Umtiti, Quiros, Obregon, Ravella, Bakayoko, Faisal, Zukic, Edouard. Now, the best case scenario here is we get through, and these people pick up their yellow cards in this match or the next match, basically. Get all the suspensions served before the knockouts. And then in January, sign some homegrown nation players. We've still got 1 registration space for the league, so I could get a homegrown nation player, register him there as well, and then I can have, at the very least, a 20th person for this competition as well. There's the Lyon team. Lopez still in goal. They've signed Benjamin Mendy. Sarr as well is quite a decent side. They've got Anthony. Just realised I'm playing Zukic and Batuan. I forgot to change the wingers back to what they should be, which is Core on the left and Kayado on the right. But Zukic is in form, actually. So Zukic and Batuan, yeah, do your business. We've got a highlight with Lodi. I was just going to talk about the Spanish side in the Champions League in general for a moment there. But Bakayoko charging forward, gone for it. Bit of a tame effort, really. Brilliant by Bakayoko. He ran about 5 yards and had a shot. Yes, okay, that wasn't the highlight. Thank God, because I was wondering about the standard of highlight there. Bakayoko doesn't get that challenge in. Mendy now. On Yenka. Bruno. Not that one, obviously. Quiros has missed that into... Oh, my Lord, Obregon. Sorry, what a tackle that was. Bakayoko clears and Core clears even better, so that's the end of that highlight. Wow, you very rarely get good tackle highlights, and that was a good tackle. If I'm completely honest, I'm hoping for quite a quick batch of games here because it's got very hot outside, and I'm not using my fan right now, and I'm really, really missing it. Faisal, Batuan, Edouard. I mean, if we're seeing good tackles, it might give you an indication for the game. Core has scored. On that right side, where I promised to play him, and haven't been. I've got a year to do that one. I'm wondering how this is going to work out. I'm hoping by the end of the year I can just go, I played you where you're better, Batuan. Lovely finish. Asensio's missed a penalty for Dortmund, I noticed that, as that was the worst possible situation. Actually, no, the worst possible situation is losing one of the Volantes at this point. We do have Moreno, so on comes Moreno, who was an inspired signing in the end for being homegrown Spanish. Otherwise, we've been in a massive bit of bother here at left back in general. Of course, Umtiti can cover left back anyway, but just the one goal. Just the one goal at half time. We do have a corner. No, sorry, they've got a corner. I'm so used to seeing us in black, actually, because of the away kit, which actually isn't the away kit. The game has the black kit as the away kit, even though it is the third kit, from what I can tell. But well, never mind. At least they've got an away kit, unlike my Skegness team on Twitch, who don't even have one coded. Batuan has kept it in by using the corner flag. I mean, we've kept possession. That is genuinely genius by Batuan, if that was intentional. That's a great ball forward to Edouard, though, and Edouard should have scored. He's up to 10 goals already, actually. It's weird. You don't really see much of him in the episodes, but he scores in between quite a lot. 10 times, in fact. I'm not sure how many goals of him you've actually seen. But the most important thing is Dortmund aren't losing, which means Fenerbahce have 2 points and we have 12. I mean, we're winning, so I think us winning means those two can't do it as long as they don't win. Actually, I've got this all wrong. As long as we win, we're through. Because 12 points, 4 points, 8 points gap, 2 games remaining. I've not made any changes. This half has just gone whoosh. Bakayoko's injured. I better probably... Wow, everyone got booked. I mean, just for... As a late highlight. But as a late highlight, of course. Stroke or final whistle. Rivella, over. Now Brady scored, by the way. 1-0 to Dortmund, which means the bottom two sides have 1 point apiece. I've literally done that change as assistant manager, and he's already on the pitch. I mean, there's no point changing the others, because it's 2-0 to Dortmund. They scored 2 in like 3 minutes, so that's good news. Why are we still seeing highlights with a full 50 seconds over the 3 minutes allotted? Full minute over now, as they've got to throw in a danger area, in fairness. But can we just clear the ball and blow the final whistle, referee? That would be nice. There we go. Blimey. Taking the mic a little bit there, I think. But Obregon and Umtiti both booked, which is nice because we are through, and now they can serve their suspensions without any problems. It was a good win, 1-0, quite boring. We did better at their place somehow. But I do believe that means we're both through Tenerife and Dortmund. The order will be decided by the match that we play against each other. Ollie's out for 3 to 4 weeks. That's problematic. Bakayoko's out for 2. Another 2.5 million for good measure. Those two have been fined. Of course they have. Which means we are just on the brink of 60 million. The wages that sort of just kept us under it. The one thing that I did sort of overlook when Almeria finished 4th is the fact that they were promoted with us. They were the team that were in 2nd when we got promoted. So they've gone through pretty much exactly the same rise we have, although they've got Champions League football a year later. They're not doing quite as well, probably because of those commitments. And I love the fact that their key player is Tom Davies. Yeah, they're not doing as well this year. They're not doing terribly, though. They're not in danger, I don't think. Wait, they were founded in 1989. Wow. But Bundesliga as a whole, we're 3rd as things stand. Edouard's 3rd in the goals now. Merritt's 3rd in the best players, although he has 8 clean sheets in 12 games. His clean sheet record is incredible. You may notice Real Madrid in a bit of bother early on for the first time. They're 10th. They've lost 3 games and drawn 4 in the first 12. They've only won 5. Barcelona, the ones to be having the good start here, for once. Okay, maybe that's 6 out of 13, but still. So with Almeria, whilst we have the head-to-head in history, last season we couldn't beat them. We drew with them at home and we lost to them away. And that was in part how they got 4th. Like I said, so far not so good for Almeria. This year though. So pretty much everyone's fine to start this match except for Core, who is just a little bit off the pace following the midweek exploits. Merritt, Moreno, Umtiti and Quiros remain. Obregon remains as well. Rivella, Antov comes back. Faisal, Zukic, Gallardo comes in. And Edouard starts as well. So one of the good things really is whilst Edouard is in double figures already for goals, there's plenty of goals behind him as well. The wingers are scoring, the midfielders are scoring, the defenders are scoring. We've got a lot of goal scoring potential in our side right now. I did have a little nosy at set pieces because I felt like a few of them were getting a bit wayward towards the end in terms of personnel. Turns out I hadn't set the takers, or at the very least, all the set takers have left. So that was part of the problem. That was why Batuan Core was staying back early in the season as the left winger. For some reason that was on stay back. So I've sorted them all out. We've looked a little bit more dangerous from corners. Gallardo, what a ball that is. I'm glad he scored because he took an awful long time to sort of settle himself before taking that shot. But, I mean, yeah, this is really weird. Moreno to Zukic. Zukic to Rivella. Is it Rivella with the assist? Because that's a really good... Yeah, it is Rivella. What a ball that is. It's a great take. And then, for some reason, he has like 2 or 3 touches before he actually puts it away, just to get on his left foot. Yeah, that is Ademola Lookman on their left-hand side. Tom Davies in the middle. There's a few names you might recognise in that side, actually. Appiah coming through. Nope. Trooster Kong is a name, well, you can't really forget. Jonathan to Lookman. Fine. I don't know what to say about this because, tackle, maybe? Just tackle them. Don't know really. I think that might actually be Quiros at fault there. Just let him walk past him, which is very unlike Quiros. Umtiti there, Ravella. Umtiti, Moreno to Zukic. Zukic runs in a little bit here. Nope, goes round. Lovely run by Zukic. This is going to be a, yeah. Yep. As soon as I said the words, lovely little run, I knew exactly what the highlight was. Moreno to Ravella, and he's been fouled outside the box. So while we wait for this inevitable free kick, referee's going to check the box. Are we enjoying the weather, everyone? It is very lovely. It's very hot. Shorts have come out. Fans have come out. Ice cubes in the freezer. All that jazz. He's back on the pitch. We'll see the result, which is... it's a free kick. It's a penalty. Well, I blame the game engine because he was definitely outside the box. I'm genuinely gobsmacked. Edouard scored it. He's had 2 penalties, I think, Edouard. He's had 3 and he's missed 1, actually. So yeah, whilst there are penalties in his goal tally, it's not super inflated as a result. I think he's only had 2 that he's actually scored. How was that inside the box? Like, it was definitely a foul, but I really want to get Faisal's aggression down because he's aggressive at every single team meeting. Pereira whips the ball in. That's well saved. How did he manage to miss that? He didn't miss it. It was just well saved. Give some credit to the goalkeeper game. Come on. Pereira whips the ball in. Oh yeah, that's West Brom Pereira. I forgot to mention him in the list of players you might recognise earlier on. Davies to Maras. Back to Davies. Pereira, I felt like he came from an offside position, but must have been well on. Edouard, still Edouard, 3-1. Like I said, not really that inflated by penalties. 12 for the season already. Antov has a gashed upper leg, which is a bit unfortunate because he's the one who didn't play the last game, although he is actually more tired than Ravella at this point, who did play the last game, probably because of the injury. Pereira, Molina and Gary all on for the tiring players. Obregon and Ryback probably should have changed as well, but he's having a good game, so I'll let him have it. Merritt, forward to Quiros. Titi, Pereira, forward to Molina, 2 of the new guys on the pitch. Ravella, nicely. You can see the triangles. I mean, that's all you can see right now because that's all that's happening, just passing within the triangle. Beedlam forward, and inevitably he's fallen to Molina, and Edouard's going to get on the end of that, somehow. Look into the pace of that defender, because how slow is Maras there to react? I'm not sure if that's reactions or just straight up pace that he's lacking, but good God. Gutierrez barely reacted either. Yeah, Maras, I feel like Maras' pace isn't sensational here. If it's actually quite good, I'll be very surprised. I can't check because there's another highlight. Immediately. 4-1 on the score sheet already. Lookman's just gone. Yeah, okay. As soon as he'd run again, obviously going to miss. I paused the game to click on Maras just a moment later, and guess what? There's a new highlight. We'll watch it. Caiado, back to the goalkeeper. And I hate that when that happens. Quiros. I watched the Lincoln playoff because, I'm from Lincoln. I was so frustrated. They needed a goal and they just kept passing backwards. It was so annoying. Sorry. The referee was awful in that game as well, but, Lincoln deserved to stay. Didn't deserve to win that match, so well done Blackpool. I just want to say it. Right, pause. Maras, 11 acceleration, 12 pace. Yep, that's kind of what I was expecting. Oh, he's a Zukic teammate at Serbia. They probably have a nice little chinwag on the pitch. Speaking of the games that have happened since the last time I recorded, because I recorded before the Champions League final, how boring was that final? God, I hate Chelsea now at the moment. Completely ignore the fact that Edouard's had a hat-trick here, by the way. Started with a penalty as well, rather than concluded with one. When Chelsea scored on Twitter, I said, congratulations on Chelsea's 1-0 win in the Champions League final at that moment, because I knew there was going to be nothing else happening in that game. Because that's how Chelsea play now, and it's really boring and annoying. Sorry, Chelsea fans. I'm sure you're well over the moon with the Champions League win, but Christ, it's boring to watch you now. At least it was exciting with Frank. You never knew what was going to happen with Frank in charge. So we've got Levante in the Super Cup semi-final. I'm not sure how they've got a position in this, because I always assumed the Super Cup was the top 4 finishers in La Liga, but Levante were runners-up in the Copa del Rey, so I think that's how they got in it, because Real Madrid were the winners, and also won La Liga. So I think it might actually be the top 3 of La Liga, and the Copa del Rey winner, and it's been knocked down to the runner-up. I can only assume that's the way it works. I've no idea. I'll probably bring you back around then. It's going to be a hefty old run-through. We do play Atletico in all that. But we also play them towards the end of the season, so that could be interesting. We actually play our old friends Espanyol on the final day. Look out for that one, perhaps, going forward. So we'll deal with this Super Cup, because I am well aware that you play the semi-final and the final back-to-back, basically. So we'll do that, because there's a third v fourth regardless involved, I think. I'll see you for that next time out. Until then, ta-ra.